now prepared to deliver Donald J. Trump to the White House. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the governor of the great state of Indiana, Mike Pence.
My fellow Hoosiers, we are 119 days away from a great victory in the United States of America when Indiana becomes the first state on the board to make Donald Trump the 45th President of the United States of America. You know, here in Indiana, we know that strong Republican leadership works. Different from our neighbors in Illinois, we have balanced budgets. We've cut taxes. We've made record investments in education and roads, and today there are more Hoosiers going to work than ever before in the 200-year history of the great state of Indiana. That's what Republican leadership gets you. And that's exactly the kind of no-nonsense leadership that Donald Trump is going to bring to the White House this November. You know, after 7.5 years of the failed policies of Barack Obama that have weakened America's place in the world and stifled our nation's economy, we're ready for a change in this state. We're ready to put a fighter, a builder, and a patriot in the Oval Office of the United States of America. We're ready for Donald Trump to be our next president. You know, Donald Trump understands the frustrations and the hopes of the American people like no other American leader in my lifetime since Ronald Reagan. The American people are tired. We're tired of being told. We're tired of being told this is as good as it gets. We're tired of hearing politicians in both political parties tell them that we'll get to it tomorrow while we pile a mountain range of debt on our children and grandchildren. And as Ronald Reagan said so eloquently so many years ago, we're tired of being told that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives better for us than we can plan them for ourselves. Donald Trump gets it. Donald Trump hears the voice of the American people. He's been successful on Wall Street, but he's never turned his back on Main Street. He's never forgotten or forsaken the people who work with their hands, who grow the food, build our roads and bridges, tend to our sick, teach our kids, and protect our lives and our property. Donald Trump knows that the boundless potential of the American people awaits, and we can make America great again. So we must come together and elect this good man as our next president. And we must elect this strong leader for one more reason. Because Hillary Clinton must never become president of the United States of America. You know, I heard Bernie Sanders endorse Hillary Clinton today. I actually served in Congress with Bernie Sanders. And let me tell you, he's the nicest socialist I ever served with in Washington, D.C. You know, Hillary and her party have been sliding so far to Bernie's leftist agenda, it's hard to keep track of it. The truth of the matter is that I just have to tell you from my heart, after looking at the direction that their party has gone, farther and farther to the left, to paraphrase the director of the FBI, I think it would be extremely careless to elect Hillary Clinton as the next president of the United States. You know, we don't need a president who sees Obamacare as just a good start. We don't need a president who promises to put coal miners out of work and raise the utility rates of hardworking Americans. And as the proud father of a United States Marine, let me say from my heart, we don't need a president who took 13 hours to send help to Americans under fire and make the third great American fight. So what difference at this time does it make? Anyone who said that, anyone who did that, should be disqualified from ever being Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States of America. So let me say, for the sake of our troops who deserve a Commander-in-Chief who will have their back, for the sake of hard-working Americans and businesses who deserve a president who will get Washington, D.C. off their back, and for the sake of a Supreme Court that will never turn its back on the God-given liberties of the American people, let us resolve here and now that from this day forward we will unite, we will stand together, we will not rest, we will not relent until we make this good man our next president. My fellow Hoosiers, I give you the next president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Turn that music down. We want to get to business, right? Get to business. How's your governor doing, by the way? Good? I think so. I just want to thank all of the people of Indiana. You know, we had a great victory here not so long ago, and Indiana was the state that put me over the top. Thank you, folks. Well, we have a lot of things to discuss, but we had some very bad news a few days ago, and you saw what happened. A lot of bad things are happening.